friends, welcome to another episode of Short is Better. Today I have for you these two beautiful watches. Both are 62 mass homages. On the left we have Cadisen brand and on the right we have Seestern brand. I'll be listing the specs on the left and on the right accordingly. So first and the biggest difference here is the price. Right now Cadisen costs about $60 when Seestern costs double price, $122 or something like that. Is it worth to pay more for the Seestern, or it's better to save money and get Cadisen? Well, you're gonna answer this question for yourself by the end of the video, hopefully. The next thing, let's go to the dimensions of these cases. Cadisen and Seestern, they both 38mm cases without the crown. Even though Seestern is advertised as 37mm case, I checked it in the description on AliExpress, but the actual size is different. I measured myself and it's actually 38mm. Probably when they write the size, they mean the exactly size of the case, not including the bezel. You can see that the bezel is it's a bit larger than the case. And when you're wearing the watch, you see the bezel first. So I think it makes sense to say that this watch is 38, not 37mm. Next, the case thickness for the Cadisen is only 12.6mm, which is pretty good size. When the Seestern is 13.9, almost 14mm. That's kind of big difference. But I think that's the main difference because of the glass. Yeah, so both of the watches using sapphire glass, but Seestern using dome style sapphire glass. It's a bit curved and popping out the case kind of a lot, I would say. It looks pretty though, it looks more impressive than Cadisen flat sapphire, which is the same level with the bezel. The next difference here is the case length. So Cadisen case length is 46.2mm, when the Seestern is 46.4mm. You would say that it's literally the same size. Yeah, I agree and disagree at the same time, because another difference we have here is the bracelet kind. So you can notice that Seestern has a female end link and Cadisen has a male end link. So when we measure the size of the case including the bracelet, the Cadisen with the first link gonna be 51.5mm, when Seestern still remains the same 46.4mm. So that's the difference in the bracelet, and that's what's gonna give you different feel on your wrist and also more comfortable wear, the Seestern. Yeah, the bracelet size is also different. Cadisen offers 18mm bracelet, which narrows to 16mm close to the clasp, and 20mm, which narrows to 18mm to the clasp. And the clasps are also very different. Let me open it and show you more details. So the first one, Seestern. Pretty nice logo, micro adjusting system, very easy to open, looks very solid, good quality. Yeah, I love it, very easy to operate, nice. And Cadisen has a completely different clasp, kind of Pagani design style. It's also pretty easy to open, no struggles, very nice too. No micro adjusting system, you can see just one more hole to make it smaller. Yeah, if we compare the functionality of these clasps, I think Seestern will be better. But this clasp is smaller, it's more narrow. So I don't know which one you prefer more. Okay, we're done with the dimensions here, and the next thing, both of these watches have 200 meters waterproof. And I would swim with both watches without any worries, because if it's 200 meters, then you don't need to worry about going to swimming pool. It's gonna be absolutely fine. You're not gonna get any water inside unless you open the crown and you forget to lock it. And the next thing is the bezel. Both bezels have pretty decent bezel action, very clicky. Seestern has a little bit more tight bezel. It feels better and it feels more quality. Cadisen is not bad. It's not bad. It's more light. It's really lighter bezel. It's easier to move it. There is a tiny backplay. Seestern doesn't have it because it's more tight. Yeah, so this one feels better. But again, if you compare it in daily use, I think that's not the difference at all. Both are great bezels, no problems. They're not gonna move by themselves. And also, yeah, you can see that the bezel insert on Seestern is flat, when Cadisen has a different insert. I don't know if it's a really a big difference for you, but worth to mention. Yeah, let me show you a bit more details before we go to Lume comparison. So here, Cadisen. By the way, there are more colors available, but this time I've got this color. They also have black. Both models have black dials. The details are pretty decent. I like both watches. Both dials look very good. And the Seestern. But something tells me that the hands in Seestern, they look better. They just look better to me. Okay, we're not comparing the color of the dial, but just the details of the case. You can notice that the edges on the case are also polished. Cadisen doesn't have it. That's another difference here, I just noticed right now. It looks much more pretty when you have polished edges on the case. Yeah, it looks different. The lume here is also a little bit different. Both watches, by the way, have very bright luminous. I think I'm gonna do the Lume test just in a moment. But before that, I wanna show you more details. You can notice that the colors of the markers in Seestern a little bit more greenish and Cadisen more white. I think they should use different grade of the lume. Maybe this one C1 or C2, when Seestern using C3 lume for sure. It's more greenish and it looks a bit brighter. Yeah, so let's test them. Let's see which one is brighter and which one lasts longer. Yep, that's it, my friends. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this episode. And I hope that I help you to choose which one is actually better. And if you ask me, I think for daily watch, I would get Cadisen. It's cheaper and it has the same movement, it has sapphire glass, stainless case. I think in terms of durability, it's the same. But if my budget allows me to spend a bit more money, I would definitely go Seestern, especially for the price they sell right now. Even though it's double price, but still cheaper than most of Seestern watches. Yeah, that's my answer. So if I don't have enough money, I go Cadisen. If I have a bit more extra and I feel that I want nicer watch, then I go Seestern. Thanks again for watching. See you in the next episode. By the way, the links for these both watches are in the description. Don't miss it.